Okay, guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. I am your host, Wilson Igao. So today, I'll be giving you an overview of your RS Logix 500, RS Logix 500 English. This is the software we're using for our automation because we're actually programming the Allen Bradley controllers. So, and our controller is okay, yes, well, yeah. Interface is opened. If you are joining us for the first time, I would appreciate if you can just click the subscribe button. And if you find this content helpful, you can like and also share to your friends. It's a free content, so please try to help your friends too. So we're talking about the overview of the RS Logix 500 interface. Now, this interface actually works with so many RS Logix, so many Allen Bradley software, Allen Bradley hardware rather. You have different controllers. Now I want to create a new project. Now you're going to sell different models of controller. Yes, you can see different processors. We have so many of them. Yeah, you can see them. So now, since you are creating a new project, you should make sure that you select your controller type. You understand your controller have a number in it. You look at the back, you're going to see a number in it. You understand? So you select the controller type, and for me, my controller is actually this Micrologix 1 2 Series C 1 or 2 comport. So this is actually my controller. So if I'm programming on this controller, definitely my program should be able to see my controller when I'm trying to download to my controller, which is my PLC. You understand? So I'm selecting that. Now this is our interface. This is our interface where we do our ladder program. You understand? So now on this tree, here, you can see different drop down. Now this is a project. Under the project, you have the help. You can get help here. Some few helps there. Now we have controller. On this I'm going to create a video later on how you can actually work with these controllers. But for today, let me just talk about it. But I'll create a separate video for that. This controller, maybe you want to select your sorry your controller ports. You need to change it. Okay, now this my driver is actually in the ABD. This is the communication part, ABDF11. You understand? So that's where you actually try to change the communication parts, controllers communications. You understand? So you select it here. So I'll take, since we are not downloading to a PLC now, we'll take it back to MO500, which is the emulator mode. You understand? MO500. So that's the communication protocol. You can just check who is active. Nobody's active yet. MO500. So we'll apply this. Okay, now we've changed it. So now on this driver here, we should be able to simulate our program. You understand? We'll see how it's supposed to work, if this this bit is open, or this inputs, it's working properly, it's generating the right output functions and the likes. You understand? So that's for the controller properties. You understand? So yeah, basically we do general compiler password, but this is where I'm more interested in the controller communication. You understand? So When else we're actually downloading to our PLC, I'm going to show you how you can actually select the driver part which is right for you to download to your PLC. Okay. So now we have IO configuration, function files, channel configuration, and the likes. Now we have program files. Now this is the main program file we'll be working on. This LAT2 is just like a main program for all that are programmers. You understand the main program files. You understand? So LAT2 is actually the main program file. So when this program is running, it's actually check this lat2. Since it's our main file, it checks it and run the program there. From this lat2 we can actually call other ladders into this lat2. You understand? So that's how it actually works. So that's for that. And now these are data files. So this is the one of the very important parts in our programming when our programming our ladder logic. So we have the output. On the output, we have different functions. We have different pins. You understand? Now, this my controller actually have 15 plus 0. That's 16 outputs. You understand? On 16 pins. You understand? So, on the 0 you understand? 00.1 00. So this actually how it is on my controller originally. You understand? So that's why you need to choose the right controller to get the right information that will work for you rather. So if you choose another controller, maybe that controller have just like 5 outputs, then you're limited to 5 outputs, and maybe you are not supposed to upload to that controller. You're going to have problems. You understand? So that this is for the outputs. Outputs is the output bits. The outputs bits we use, or the outputs pins or ports we use them for controlling output devices. Let's say actuators, relays, and the like. So we carry out command, tell our program should make these outputs to carry out one or two one or two functions. You understand? Make it to carry out one or two functions. So that's for the output. You get? That's for the output. That's for the output. Now let's go to the input. Now our program normally, there is you need to send when you're starting a process. You need to start the process, or send signals to the controller, or one or two things need to tell the controller to do this. So those are input devices. You understand? Those are input devices. So in this case, we use our input terminals there. So these are controller have same input as the output, as you can see here. You understand? But it's the I. You will see it on your controller. They are well labeled. You understand? So that's what we're doing here. So if like want to, let's assume want to use the start button, we'll choose one of these input. Let's say I'll choose this, then I'll name it start. Oh, start push button. So this pin has actually collected that name. You understand? So in my program, what I call start PB, it will be assigned to this pin here. You understand? To this point here, this terminal. Rather, yes, terminal. That's the right word. You understand? So that's for the input. So let's assume we have a push button in our panel, and it's being connected to this. When that push button is being pressed, this bits here, this terminal here will receive the signal, then to carry out a function where the output to respond to. You understand? So that's how it works. So binary, it's actually we use it for uh, to do some manipulation in our program. Let's say you are not working with any of the external devices, maybe output devices or input devices. You are not working with any of them. So what will happen is use a bit. Maybe you want to over bypass something. You want to uh, call in something when, let's say let's say when my pump is being energized, and I want something else to come up with the help of am I confusing here? Maybe. Well, binaries are actually bits. We call them bits. We use them in our program to hold information. Okay, yes, let me use that. I think that should be easier. We use them in our program to hold information, and we can call them anytime in our program. You understand? And we also have the timers. Timers, as the name sound, it's used for timing. You understand? You can have the delay on, the delay timers. You understand? So we have the energized bits and the done bits. You understand? So if we're working with this timer, you select the whole stuff, put the name. Let's call it timer, or let's call it motor time. You understand? So it have assigned motor time to these bits. We can actually add more bits to this. Let me say, we can actually add, okay, let me change elements to 10. Yes, so we have more timing information. Yeah, we can use any of the, so we can have many more timers. You understand? So that's how it works. Yeah, and right, when we start to write a more professional program, I'll show you how to use the timer properly. You understand? So, and we have integers. Most of the time, we use these integers during comparators and all. You get. So that's majorly for basics for beginning levels. You'll be needing outputs, inputs, binary, timers, let's say integers. So this with this you should be able to do great things. You understand? So that's the little things we'll be talking about for now. So we've talked about the data files, we've talked about these control properties. We've talked about control properties. So we also have some database of instruction comments, run comments. So these ones are these ones are uh, this is for the database systems. So this data files part is one of the more important part. You understand? More important part. So with this, I believe you've been able to get one or two things. This video is getting longer, so we're going to wrap it up here. When next will come, we'll be writing a program on ladder logic. If you enjoyed this session, please ensure you click the subscribe button, like, and share. I remain Wilson Igawo, your host, and you can still visit us on our website, Pentec Automations, to get more trainings. Thank you very much.